It sat in customs for over a month, all for them just to ship it back to England. Welcome back to the Lost Cause Ranch. Today, finally some updates on that LS3 Defender. After a long-awaited 6 months, we finally got our package shipped by DHL. And here it is right here. Does this look like 78 pieces? No, that's 4. We have a seat box repair kit, some front light bezels, and some wheel arches. Where's the rest of it? Yeah, so the rest of it, after 6 months, finally got shipped, along with this. We had 3 different parcels. One made it, albeit a little chooched up. The other two got stuck in customs and returned back to the UK. Great. So hopefully those will be turned back around and shipped back to us here in the US shortly. And then we can get crack-a-lacking on stuff, because that's inconvenient after waiting 6 months for it to be denied through customs, partially because they wanted a watch form, a watch/clock customs form filled out as to what watch was in the shipment, but there was no watches. Apparently that's becoming a common issue anymore, so I don't know what the deal with that is. If any of you guys know, I'm just curious. Doesn't matter at this point, the stuff got returned, but I would be curious as to why they're tagging a lot of stuff with watches. I'm assuming they want some tax money. But neither here nor there, at least we got a couple things we can start modifying and repairing our seat box. We got the lower battery tray, we got our side panels. They're all prettied up right there. We got some rivets, we got some more repair panels, some of the inner panels, some of the top panels. So this thing will be all shined up and fancy. We'll get rid of all this corrosion there, that hole there. Quick update on the commercial shop. She's starting to get pretty empty. We'll be out of here in 3 days from the time this video goes up. G4 is gonna go to Ted's, and then we can start working on the body on that. Kubota's here doing the heavy lifting since the forklift got sold. Yeah, we just got a couple knick-knacky things to move away, so soon. So we're starting to get some of the Rovers moved out of the shop. Kind of just stuffed in the yard for the time being. There is a few more to come yet. So I don't know, maybe we should just like paint some lines, like a parking lot in here. So you want to see my yard as a parking lot, because this is kind of getting a little ridiculous at the moment until the shop's up and stuff's sorted out. It's gonna look like a junkyard. I don't like it, but it is what it is. Oh, and I got 45 tons of gravel delivered. You see my problem? I'm quite possibly the smartest person I know. Before I got it delivered, parked the Land Rover up by the house. So we got some gravel to move and get down as the base for the slab in the shop. On another note, look at that. That guy's new. Look at how much bigger it is. We'll have more on that guy in the next shop update. It's cool. But the good news is we are starting to get the garage that houses the LS3 Defender into shape. That is right, we're starting to get everything settled into place. We still gotta mess with the lawn and garden section and get most of that out of here. But we are gonna have a nice little setup until the other shop is built, and we'll be able to crack away at this guy. So for a 1-car garage, I guess this guy will be pretty well equipped. We got our 60-gallon air compressor, not the big Mighty M 2-stage one, but this will do for now. Got our little welding station, both the MIGs, the TIG is right there. We got a dry cut saw, gotta have the ultrasonic cleaner. One of the tool carts, we're gonna have the white one, will go over in that area by the Traeger, and the Traeger will probably go against that wall. But we're getting close, getting close. Nada parts, but we got the little portaband. Drill press is in place now. Next video on this guy, we'll probably get that stainless exhaust fully welded. And then now we at least have some seat box parts, so we can get the seat box all assembled. And then we'll be able to finish up our transmission tunnel and mount that, because this guy sits in a little different location than factory. So we'll have some modifications on the seat box and we'll get that all kosher. And then we should be rocking and rolling. And hopefully we'll have some more parts from the UK when they get rerouted back to us. And hopefully they clear customs now. And speaking of stuff like that, that is kind of what led us to where we're at today. Been doing this for 15-ish years, and it's always been a struggle with some of the overseas parts and getting some of the oddball stuff. When you're doing different things, some stuff takes time. But with the world climate anymore, and the way the supply chain is, everything's that much harder to get. Like this. This has been sitting idle for a few months because an order took 6 months that should have taken 2 to 3 weeks to show up. Typically, it's pretty common parts that we ordered. It's nothing out of the ordinary. It just has to come from the UK for it to be readily available. But they're running into issues getting stuff over there, so it delayed in getting shipped. And then when it got shipped, it sat in customs in Cincinnati and Franklin Park, Illinois, for over a month. All for them just to ship it back to England, which, whatever. And that's all because they wanted a watch form, which, no watches. And I went through our list of stuff just to make sure we didn't have any like instrument gauges or something that could be confused as a watch. Nothing in there. It's all a bunch of sheet metal. I guess the closest thing would be some marker lights. But if you're confusing that with a watch, I don't know if you should be in customs. All that makes our job a little more difficult with scheduling and planning out projects and whatnot. But it is what it is. You can only control what you can control. So you just kind of deal with it and roll with the punches, as they say. And man, as of late, feel like I've been fighting Mike Tyson. Maybe Floyd Mayweather. Who's the current boxer? None of those guys. But with that being said, hopefully the stuff will be straightened out and we'll get crack-a-lacking on this guy. At least we have some stuff to get going. I'm excited about that. And then we can start slamming some body parts on. That seat pan kind of has to get sorted before that. Not really, but I'm going to use that as an excuse. And I appreciate all you guys sticking along. It's been kind of an oddball journey the last couple months. Probably not exactly what you signed up for, but we are going to be cracking on Land Rover builds once again next week. I just need to get through this week, and then the building transfers hands, and then my life should be back to normal-ish, or it's new normal, and at least less busy, less stressful, and I should have some time to do some things. Next video after this will probably be some shop stuff, and then next week's video should be on this guy getting some stuff done and putting an LS3 Defender back together. Appreciate you guys watching. If you haven't done so yet, I'd appreciate if you subscribe. We're almost at 10,000. Isn't that pretty neat? And yeah, I don't know. How do you like the little setup? The temporary one-car Defender building garage. I think it should work out nicely. Let me know if you think I should change any layout and stuff down below. But other than that, I appreciate you guys watching. Catch you on the next one. We do have one thing before this is complete that I forgot to do. Now she's official. Man, I can't wait to rip around in this guy.